Hello, welcome back. I'm Bee, and we are doing a sort of in-depth tarot reading today. I don't have any particular question in mind. The guides were just like, we need to go in. So I have a few different decks, and we're gonna pull cards together and just sort of see what comes through. What is the message today for our collective? Okay. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Six of Cups. Oh my goodness. So this feels strongly about purpose. This feels like waiting for the right time. Whew. Okay, so you are someone that has come here to do something that matters. It's a specific purpose that you came to serve, something that you want to, like your soul has a calling. Your soul has a calling. I feel like you know what it is, but you are waiting for everything to like line up just right. So in the Five of Wands and Four of Pentacles, there's this like conflicting energy of having all of the inspiration you need to move forward, but feeling like you don't have enough resources. Or maybe even having like a few different things that you want to do and feeling like you don't have enough time to do all of them. So you might feel called to do multiple things that go together, but it feels time consuming. Feeling like you don't have the resources. I love our Desert Passage card here. Trust there's a divine plan. Trust there's a divine plan. Things begin to unfold as you start moving in this direction. I'm really drawn to the roots here in our Six of Cups. You don't see what's going on beneath the surface. It's like you don't trust in the tree to stand. Not trusting that this is something that is worth your time. Not trusting that this is something that will be successful. The impulse that you're feeling to pursue this, to do this, it isn't ever going to go away. It is always going to be about putting one foot in front of the other, taking that one next step. If you are trying to see all the way down the road and know how all of the steps unfold and how everything comes to, like, it is going to keep you stuck in this energy of feeling resistant to what you want to do because you don't have enough to do it. Feeling resistant to what you want to do because the money isn't there or the time isn't there. There's also an element of still learning, like getting ready to kind of create some stability around that thing. Like maybe it has pivoted. I feel like for some of you, it has changed. You knew what you wanted to do and then you got started and it didn't feel so good. And you're like, well, this is not what I thought it would be. This is not the direction I want to go. And feeling a little stuck, like maybe you've already invested in whatever this is, and you're feeling a little bit stuck where you are because you've already put all of your resources in one bucket, and now that's not where you want to go anymore. The energy there feels like it will still feed the ultimate project. Like wherever it is that you have decided that now you want to go, that clarity that you get from starting something and then it not working out, it helps you shape the way forward. And even continuing it down that path and like kind of making the best of it, if you can bring the best of yourself, if you can kind of like pull in all of your energy and bring the best of everything you are to what you've already started, it will unfold in a way that you couldn't have expected, and you will find that it just makes what you ultimately will be building that much stronger. It helps it root. It's like you gain, like the experience that you gained in this kind of first attempt at making this happen, the wisdom that you gain is priceless. The shaping that it does to you is exactly, it makes you into exactly the person you need to be to ultimately do the thing that you now realize you want to do. But the resistance in the Five of Wands, resisting that creation because it isn't going the way you wanted it to, it's not giving the return on your investment the way that you wanted it to, the feeling is almost like to abandon it, to desert it, actually. It feels like you want to just completely walk away, but feeling like you can't. Sometimes feeling limited in resources is a blessing in disguise, because this feels like something that you should not abandon. This feels like something that if you just look at it in a different way, if you repurpose it, if you lovingly tend to it, it will turn into exactly what you wanted, but couldn't really see how to make it happen. It actually feels like it becomes something that Source has planned for you that you can't see the end result. Like you can't, this isn't one of those times where you plan it all out and you get to follow all of those steps and you end up exactly where you wanted and everything is great. This is a divine unfolding. This is something that has to be approached with an open heart and an open mind every step of the way. And that's tricky. Like when you are measuring it against what you thought success would look like, consider that maybe you didn't take into account all of the intangibles, all the intangible benefits that also count as success. All of the experience that you're gaining, all of the exploration, it is helping to fine tune and perfectly calibrate what comes next. If you are feeling resistant, if you are feeling in lack, if you are feeling regret, I'm feeling like a strong sense of regret here, like I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done that. Most of what you're feeling is just your brain telling you that you shouldn't have done it, because I bet there was like a hint of that in the first place. Like this was a risk. You jumping in and being like, I don't know if I should do this. Like in the back of your mind, you knew there was a risk and you felt called to do it anyway. The risk that you felt, that fear, was your human ego wanting to know how it all unfolds. The call that you felt to do it anyway, like what made you take that leap of faith, is yours. It's your soul calling. It's your purpose to fulfill this. So now you're stuck in the space of it's wanting to change. It's wanting to become more of what it's intended to be. Like before you came into this life, what you intended for this to be. This is trying to shift itself and you aren't wanting to shift with it. You're just resisting that it isn't what you planned in the first place. It's not the vision that you had imagined. And like the ultimate message here is that it is intended to become more than you can conceive of, like at this time. So the call, and this like felt urgent. Like we've never done a reading like this before. Like this is how I do like my private readings. And I try not to focus too much on the cards because they sometimes get really specific and it pulls into specific energies. And when I'm doing collective messages, I kind of prefer to just like let it loosely channel. But like the spirit guides today were like, you need to get in the cards, like you need to get in there. So I understand this is a really specific message, but like, and I also hate when people are like, this is urgent, watch it now. You're gonna find it when the time is right, but there is like the urgency is just for me. Like the urgency is not for you. Don't panic. You're, like nothing is going wrong. This is just your sign to reframe the way that you're thinking about how this is unfolding. Reframe the way that you are measuring success. And we just had a reading recently about that too, where if you are constantly pushing forward, you are always wanting to grow. You're always wanting to look for the next thing. That's the nature of being human. That's the nature of expansion. That's the nature of creation, is it wants to expand. It wants to continue. It wants to grow into the spaces that haven't been grown into yet. So that's beautiful and that's perfectly natural, but also take time to appreciate how far you've come and look at what you've already built with loving eyes. Look at what you have created out of nothing. Look at what you have made with your energy and the resources that you do have. Start to like fall back into appreciation for what it is, even though it's not what you want it to be, even though it's not bringing in any money, even though it's not reaching the people that you want, even though it's not bringing the clients, or it's not, the relationship isn't the way that you want it, whatever it is. Shift out of the mindset of resisting that it isn't what you wanted and see if you can kind of get some relief out of just looking at how far you've come with this. It came from nothing. Like I'm really now called into our witch's brew, the cauldron. Like this has been a lifetime, actually many lifetimes, because this is a spiritual purpose. Like this is a soul calling, maybe a contract. Many lifetimes converging into this thing. And you are so zoomed in on it that you can't see that what it is right now, even though it's not, the vision of what you expected, and it's not what you ultimately want to be doing or how you want it to unfold. It is the converging of so many lifetimes of experience and just having appreciation for that. Appreciate how far you've come and how much it's taken just to get to this point. And after that, everything kind of like the energy around it just opens up and it shifts. And like clarity will flow in, more resources flow in. I'm getting like a hiccupy burp type sensation. Like mostly in the heart. So like this is something that is very close to your heart. This isn't just a job. This isn't just a, this is something that is very, very close to your heart. And it's like you are stuck, like you don't want to walk away from it because your heart is like also not in it anymore. Put your heart back in it. Imagine this is like a little orphan. Like this is your project, whatever this is. Imagine that it has no one else to love it. The only one that can love it and feed it and nourish it and allow it to grow into what it's meant to be is you. So, oof. Okay. This is also the point where the creation takes on a life of its own. So I feel like this is something to be of service. Like this is something that you want to share with the world, that you want people to have some kind of benefit from. This is something that you want to reach people, that you want to change people's lives. And in you wanting to be in service to what the needs of the collective are, or what the needs of your clients are, or the needs of the people that you're in relationship with, in that energy, you also become a cooperative component for whatever they need. Your brain doesn't know all the things that they need. The energy is flowing through you and it's starting to shift into what they need, not what you want. It's becoming what they need and not what you want. So if you really want to be of service, if you really want to have the most impact and the most reach, it becomes about you learning to want what it is. Learning to love what it is, because it's taking on a life of its own. And you, as the creator of this, that's what you signed up for. If you think about kids, like when they come into this world, we're like, oh my gosh, it's not what I was expecting. Like, you think that it's going to be like a little mini version of you and like cute and dress it up and like take it places and pose for pictures. And then it turns out to be they're their own person. Like, as the creator of that person, you also sign up to love whatever they become. And that's what the call is here for you in this Five of Wands energy. It feeds you, it feeds the creation to just love what is. It also is calling, this could go, I feel like, a little further in depth, but this is going to be healing for you, because if you kind of look, the way that you're projecting your expectations onto this project is also the way you're projecting your expectations onto yourself. So in learning to love what it is, and as it's becoming, even the uncomfortable parts, even the tricky parts, you also do that within. As it grows upwards, it also grows roots. Learning to love the parts of you, and this happens like without intentional like shadow work or journaling or meditation. It just is something that naturally happens as a product of you pouring your love and energy into something that you have created. You, as the creator, are also going to be nourished and fulfilled and satisfied and healed by the love that you pour out. And eventually you will get to the place where this pours back into you. It becomes something that you could have never imagined. And there is a divine plan. You just have to keep moving, and moving forward in a joyful, open-hearted way will always lead you to more joy and more love and more success and more abundance. It will lead you to everything that you wanted in the first place, but got too zoomed in and couldn't see for a little while. So this is our urgent, not urgent message for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Please take care.